We've all been in that spot. A friend is really struggling, you want to help, but you're just not sure how. So, in this explainer, we're going to walk through some clear, actionable steps you can take to be that source of calm, that effective support for someone who's dealing with anxiety or even a full blown panic attack. Just imagine for a second. This text message pops up on your phone from a close friend. Your heart just drops. It's a moment of pure crisis, and out of everyone, they've reached out to you. And instantly you feel that pressure, right? You got to respond in the right way. That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? What you do in these next few moments can make a huge, huge difference in helping them get through what is a truly terrifying experience. So, where do you even start? Let's break it down. Okay, so to help effectively, we first have to get a handle on what they're actually going through. This isn't just a case of the jitters or being a little stressed. For the person in the middle of it, a panic attack can feel like a genuine, life-threatening event. This is how a lot of people describe it. It's not just worry, it's this crippling, all-consuming fear mixed with some really intense physical symptoms. I mean, imagine every single worst-case scenario playing out in your head at top speed, while your body feels like it's completely shutting down. That is their reality in that moment. So your first step isn't to fix anything. It's not to solve the problem. It's simply to recognize what's happening and to validate their experience. This is all about showing them that you see them, you hear them, and you're not judging them for it. And the physical symptoms, they can be absolutely terrifying. Their heart might be pounding, they might have chest pain. A lot of people think they're having a heart attack. So if you can recognize these signs, it helps you understand what's going on and respond with a calm understanding, not with more alarm. This is so, so important. You have to resist that urge to jump in with solutions right away. The most powerful thing you can do at the very beginning is to just listen. Let them know you're there. Your presence, even if it's just over the phone, is like an anchor for them in this massive storm. All right, once you're listening, the words you choose next matter. They matter a lot. The right words can build this bridge of support, but, the wrong ones can feel like a wall of dismissal. Let's look at some key do's and don'ts. The classic, just calm down. It's probably the most common and also the most unhelpful thing you can say. It just dismisses what they're feeling. Instead, try acknowledging that the feeling is real and gently guiding them towards something they can control, like their breathing. That's way more effective. And in that same vein, telling someone they're overreacting just invalidates their fear, which is very, very real to them. But saying something like, "that sounds so rough," does the complete opposite. It validates their struggle. It tells them, "I believe you and your feelings are legit." Now, this one can be tricky because even if you've had similar experiences, saying, "I know exactly how you feel," can sometimes feel a bit insensitive because everyone's struggle is unique. A simple, honest statement like, "I'm here for you," offers that unconditional support without making any comparisons. Okay, so you've used your words to create a safe space. Now let's talk about a simple but incredibly powerful technique you can use to help them reconnect with the present moment. See, a panic attack basically traps a person in this whirlwind of fear, usually about the future or the past. Grounding is a way to pull them back to the reality of the here and now. It sends these little signals to the brain that say, "Hey, you're safe, you're in control." And this is one of the easiest and most effective techniques out there. You can literally guide them through it right over the phone. Just say, "Okay, hey, can you tell me 5 things you see around you right now?" By engaging their senses one by one, you're helping their brain shift its focus from all that internal chaos to the external, stable environment around them. Being there in a crisis is absolutely vital. But sustainable, long-term support, well, that often requires a little more. So let's talk about the next important phase, gently guiding them toward professional resources. It might actually help your friend to know that they are so, so far from alone. Over 31% of adults in the US will experience an anxiety disorder at some point in their lives. Sharing this can help normalize their struggle. It's a reminder that there's professional help out there designed specifically for this. And this is a really important distinction. You are an incredible friend and a vital part of their support system, but you aren't their therapist. And that is totally okay. Your job is to be an ally, not to provide clinical treatment. So here are a few practical ways you can do that. You can help normalize what they're going through, maybe share some resources you found online, or even offer to help them make that first phone call, which, let's be honest, can be the hardest step. And then a gentle follow-up a few days later just shows you care without adding any pressure. Finally, and this is something people almost always forget, you have to take care of yourself too. Supporting someone through a mental health crisis can be really emotionally draining. We've all heard this on airplanes, right? And it applies so perfectly here. You simply can't be a stable source of support for someone else if you're struggling to breathe yourself. Your well-being matters just as much. So, how do you actually do that? Well, you have to be honest with yourself about your own emotional bandwidth. It's perfectly okay to say you need a break, and it's also okay to bring in other friends or family to help. Most importantly, you have to recognize when the situation is beyond what you can handle, and it's time to gently but firmly re-emphasize professional help. And that kind of leaves us with this final thought. What if we all got so good at talking about mental health that we could offer support long before it ever reaches a crisis point? Because being there for someone is such a powerful gift, and now you have the tools to offer it with confidence and with care.